put it simply, I recently joined a site called Site Vanguard Mammoth, which is owned by a person I worked with before called Tusk. This site is part of a chain that's been around since 2021. I joined to see if the hate surrounded by me from when I joined in the past. Like, not this site specifically, but Site Nova Rebirth, Site Vanguard, Nova Research Institute, and now Site Vanguard Mammoth. Those are all the sites I've been a part of. Hate has been surrounding me since Rebirth, so stuff like that's been happening. Of course, the hate died down because there's been no sites since Rebirth. I was not hated in Rebirth because it was filled with, like, fully new people. But I'm still disliked as ever. But now let's go to my main point, which is the thumbnail. The Flawed Head Administrator, aka Rodger, also known as Gabe Master 2000 on Roblox. But yes, you heard me right. The Flawed Head Administrator. Who is he? Why am I focusing on him? What do I know about him? I'll answer these questions here. If you have any more that you want me to talk about, put them in the description. No, not the description. The comments down below. Thank you. Of course, I already explained who he is. I've known Rodger since old Vanguard, back in 2022. I've known him for a long time, pretty much. I've worked with him deeply. I've trusted him deeply. I made the mistake in Mammoth by giving Rodger too much information about my mental state, per se, which, of course, he took that into his full advantage and basically used that to get me banned. He abused the information he got from me to his advantage to get me banned. He didn't just get me banned, he also got one of the people I worked with the most on this video right here, Crystal. He got her banned. How? I don't know, but we'll talk about that as well. So let me talk about a little bit on what Crystal gave me, and then I'll turn things over to what Crystal put in my DMs and in a document I have on Google, which I'm not going to be sharing. She basically claimed that Rodger, aka the person this video is going to be mainly focusing on, because I worked things out with Tusk. I don't believe Tusk did anything, for that matter. I believe Tusk is still letting Rodger roam free in Vanguard as the head administrator. Until I see definite proof that stuff is happening with Rodger, he's not allowed in anything under my supervision. Pretty much Crystal claimed that Rodger targeted me with the information that I gave him, but that caused Rodger to block me and Crystal. I'm not gonna give you any screenshots about that, but before that, let me clarify a lot of stuff real quick. But at the time that I was making the thing that I'm getting all my ideas off of, as I said, Rodger is quote-unquote being prosecuted, which I doubt. Pretty much Rodger blocked me because he thought I would harass him. I don't harass people, okay? That's not what I do. But I was also told by Crystal that she has a second suspect. This user is called Sec, or S_Sec26, that's his Roblox username is displayed as. Why did she put him on here? What happened to cause all this? Well, as most of you have probably been watching my streams if you're watching this video, I am not the brightest, as you know, of course, but Crystal claims Rodger picked me for a reason, to single me out, to put me in a bad position, to catch me off guard, to ban me. And what did he get? Just that. He also singled out Crystal because of the claims she was making against him. Rodger is a corrupt individual, and he will be put to justice. I'm not gonna stop. But the thing is, I was really gonna make this video about Site Vanguard Mammoth. Pretty much, let me explain up to my thought process of joining and what happened when I joined. I'll also explain a little bit about my history of the Nova chain. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. That'll take too long, and plus that'll push this video to be longer if I talk about it all. So let's get straight to Mammoth. I, of course, at the start hesitated to join because I knew I was hated in the Nova chain because of my previous accusations a long time ago. I joined a while ago. I joined literally not even a week ago, and I'm banned. But basically what happened was Rodger shipped me with this person called Ben. I'm pretty sure you know who Ben is if you watch my streams, but if you don't, he's someone that has a soundboard. He tends to appear a lot. He is someone that I've known since Nova, like Nova, the first one. He has been more trustworthy than Rodger. But like basically the thing is, Ben is like pretty much almost considered an adult, which is not good on Rodger's end at all. But Rodger did that before I was targeted in crystallized eyes. But now let's talk about Set26 again for a bit, as in Crystal's claim, he played a huge part. Rodger pretty much told Sec to contact me about random SCP containment Operation Force with Mammoth. I sent Sec all the necessary information. He didn't respond until the next day, which I was told I could play a background character, but I needed to use a Google Translator because the mission was held in Paris, France. Of course, I accept the role. No, now I know I cannot play the character to me being banned, and if I could, I'd likely be targeted for participating, and I would get even more hate for even being there. Little did I know that one acceptance is what put the first nail in the coffin. Second nail was put in the coffin when a member called Alf and me were jokingly talking to each other. Of course, things jokingly got out of hand, and I put the third nail in the coffin. I'll let Crystal take over now, but I'll be back to pretty much explain who Crystal is, in the fourth nail in the coffin, in the final nail. All right, I'll be back. Well, I think I'm gonna be reading over what Crystal said to me. Alright, so pretty much what Crystal said was, I'm just say exactly how she put in the document. Mazen was unfortunately seemingly banned from Site Vanguard Mammoth randomly. This brought some concern to me and Mazen's other friend on the site at the time, and the only person he trusts right now, truck driver Bubba. I have reason to believe Rodger's still living in that server as the head administrator and going unpunished. I do not trust Tusk's words in any way. I believe he is gaslighting Mazen into believing in what Rodger said, believing that Rodger is being punished. I have reason to believe that Mazen was targeted by the head administrator, basically the co-owner of Site Vanguard Mammoth, due to the past interactions and in Rodger's DMs with Mazen. Mazen openly stated to Rodger that he's having horrible mental health problems. I've been there for him since the beginning of these issues. He's just now opening up to the online world about them and hasn't let them get in the way of streaming. However, streaming has taken a toll on his mental health, both from constant streams and focusing on reviving his already dead community. I told him multiple times to quit, but he continued. This may be the final straw. If you don't see anything from Mazen, I assume there were. Now back to the claim, and I will turn things back over to Mazen. On September 8th, one day before the ban, that's when, between 10 and 11 p.m. EST, Mazen was contacted by Sec, my secondary suspect in all of this. My main suspect is Rodger. I have reason to believe Rodger abused Mazen's problems for his gain. He knew how vulnerable Mazen was. Rodger abused his newfound knowledge to get Mazen banned one day later, by first silencing him for a day. Yes, I did get muted for a day. Then banning him shortly after because Mazen was silenced and he couldn't defend himself. I started making claims about Rodger targeting, and now look at that. I'm banned too. It's safe to say a Site Vanguard Mammoth. So I look at #1 site killer in SCP roleplay. Corruption. On that note, I've said everything I need to. My voice has been heard. I'll keep an eye on Mazen's problems, and I will not be reporting to the public because more people might try to take advantage. It's now that this video exists. Alright, now going back to me. I believe absolutely everything Crystal sent, mostly because my full trust is in her hands. By the end of the segment, aka the end, you'll find out who Crystal is and why she randomly appeared. Alright, so pretty much I met Crystal back in 2022 for reasons I'm keeping private. She worked with me. She and I worked together in private, then and she joined my community, first joining Mazen's guys. At the time, it was Mazen SMP, or on the SMP, as the community manager. She stayed there for some time and then jumped to my main Mazen's and stayed hidden for some time. Crystal has been banned once before. That was on the old version of Vanguard by a mistaken guess by Cerberus, who made Joel ban Crystal. Crystal then emerged back onto the net this year and joined my organization, Mazen Studios, officially as our 6th member, right before Ben and Me-Man returned. I really believe that Crystal is my most trusted colleague right now. And yes, that means nobody I currently work with is trusted. Also, it's likely Crystal or someone you can trust too. That's why, in Mazen Studios, she took the responsibility of being our chief complaints officer. Contact her and Mazen's crew or Mazen Studios, everything you need to know. There's a much deeper meaning behind this video. You will not find that out anytime soon. Until I need to emerge back here in a video again, this is me, Mazen, signing off for now.